And will we be able to, are you going to, when you do it, are you going to run that way too, or no?
No, this is all directional.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, this is Randy Schoeneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is August 8th, 2015, and we are looking at a sewer trough in North Atlantic Avenue. We're going to be doing a video inspection for the house at 1913 North Atlantic Avenue. And right now we're at about almost 63 feet. In fact, 62 feet 11 inches is what my reader tells me on my camera reel. And we're going to begin pulling back and see what the condition of this line is. It looks like it was replaced back in 2000. Right now we go from a concrete sewer trough into a concrete line. And this should go pretty close to where the property line is. We flushed the toilet one time. We have a great grade and flow through here. I don't see any separations or breakages in the concrete line. Right here we have a hub. These pieces of pipe are usually about 4 feet long, and they're a bell-type piece of pipe. They slip a piece of pipe into the bell, put a sealant around it, and then typically pack it with concrete. Right now we do have a little separation going on, which is no big deal because you can see the flow of fluids stair-step downwards. You've got a separation in the upper part of the pipe, which you can see by the staining of solids since the house was built. Never got up that high, so pretty minor thing to be concerned about. Again, we're in concrete line, really good durable material. Because it's a little more porous, it occasionally needs to be jetted, but you don't want to waste time and a lot of money on that until you have a problem. Here's another little more normal hub. Continuing to pull back, we're coming up onto 50 feet here pretty quickly. See no breaks in the line, no fractures, no grade issues. Just as a reminder too, the bottom of the pipe is always going to be where the light is. This is pretty convenient because we also have water running down the bottom of the pipe, a very minor amount. But aspect-wise, the bottom of the pipe is your lower left-hand corner of the screen. And let's see here. We are at 50 feet. A little minor separation there at that junction. Again, not much to be too worried about. Nice little seam right there. You can see how the edges are nice and even all the way around. Looks like we have excellent grade though. Bottom of the pipe is now shifting to the left-hand part of your screen. Another little minor separation, but again the bottom of the pipe is really smooth, and that's where you have your biggest concerns about any resistance. Aspect-wise, bottom of the pipe's moving now to the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Little minor separation there, again nothing to be super concerned with. A little bit of staining inside the concrete. Bottom of the pipe now is at the top of your screen. And right here we transition into 4-inch PVC that was installed in 2000. Looks like about 16 years ago actually. I think it was August 11th. I'd have to double check the permit. Right here we have a pretty sizable separation. There's not a huge pool here, but you can see how the fluid stops, builds up. Right here my camera lens is 1.5 inches in diameter, and it's completely submerged at this time. So that's something you'll want to keep an eye on. This may need to be repaired at some time in the future. Where we have water going over the edge occasionally, hopefully they put a rubber coupling on the outside of this, but I've seen where water at the bottom of the pipe has leached out and eroded dirt under the pipe and caused the separation to grow over time. But looks like we have about a 2-inch, 1.5 inches maybe separation right here at the bottom. That's 36 feet right there, and 36 feet and 3 inches. So we have a little area there that we have a pretty nasty little lip. Good news is it doesn't look like it has backed up significantly. You can see a little more, kind of going back to where we had the concrete pipe. Number one, it's a little larger diameter, but number two, the top of the pipe was real clean, so there's never been any fluids or solids built up on the top. This is a little bit different. You can see where it's accumulated a little more debris further up on the pipe. Coming back onto 30 feet right here. Here's 30 feet right here. We have a little, excuse me, a little elbow here. Thank you. And it looks like probably about a 45-degree bend. Continuing to pull back. The aspect-wise, bottom of the pipe is now in the upper right-hand corner. We might have a little bit of ovalization going on there, not much. Looks like somebody upstairs has maybe used a little water. And we're continuing to pull back. Good grade on all of the pipe. Coming up on 20 feet right here. Nice looking seam there. Spectacular grade all the way through. Bottom of the pipe is now at the bottom of your screen in the left-hand corner. Coming up on 10 feet here pretty quickly. Bottom is moving a little more to the left portion of the screen as we get closer to the house. Should be coming up on a transition here pretty quickly into iron. Bottom of the pipe is now at the top of your screen. And right there is your iron to PVC transition. A little bit of debris in there to the, let's see, as we're looking at this, that'd be the left-hand portion of the pipe. Oh, excuse me. This is probably your clean out for outside. We're about 2 feet 9 inches. This drops down from up above. I think the permit, give you a little information here on this. According to the permit, from the northeast corner of the house, this clean out access is 2 feet out from the front of the house and 2.5 feet south of the corner of the house. Should be right there. And right here's our transition from the cast iron. That looks pretty good. It does stair step down a little bit, but they probably have a huge rubber coupling over the outside of that. We're now under the house, and coming back you can see that aspect change quite a bit as we go through these elbows. Bottom of the pipe is now in the right hand portion of the screen. Looks like we're getting ready to come up the clean out. A little bit of water on my camera lens. And we are almost out the clean out. This is where we're working. This is the bedroom in the northeast corner of the basement, and this is actually under a little piece of plywood and surrounded with concrete. We're going to have a new ABS plastic plug-in to knock the brass one out with a hammer and chisel. Again, this is Randy Schuneman from Bulldog Rooter, and that will conclude the video inspection for the house at 11913 North Atlantic Street in Spokane, Washington. Thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter.